give us a call. We'll see you in a couple months. So we're getting airborne with our 50 folks. I actually just sent out a weekly options bull put spread on Amazon. So make sure you check your texts on that one. It's the 1580, 1577.50 bull put spread that expires on Friday. I sent the alert out at 75 cents. It's already down to 65 cents. So there's 10 times 3. That's a $300 gain so far in the Amazon bull put spread. Like I said, if you're a member, check your cell phone there. We're not going to be doing our weekly options live trade brief at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be hosting a trader roundtable at Timing Research. Everybody should have an email in their inbox. Ignore the GoToWebinar email. I just got it. It said, hey, go to webinar 1 o'clock weekly options. Do not go to weekly options in GoToWebinar, or you will be extremely bored by yourself or a couple other people that aren't listening. I sent out a text. I sent out an email, and I'm telling you in our brief right now in this video to head to our Top Gun Options Facebook page. See this me flying over Key West. You can go to my Twitter page. It's right at the top about the Timing Research session, and it's in your email. So there's 3 places I'm telling and showing you to go to Timing Research. Do not go to the weekly options brief at 1 o'clock. I will not be in there. All right, let's get airborne. Stocks are choppy right now. I mean, breaking news out of Jim Cramer, again on Comedy Central, his buddy Larry Kudlow. I love Larry Kudlow. He's a good dude, very nice guy, smart guy. I think he'd be a balance to Trump's kind of bluster on stuff like that. So I think Larry might be confirmed, or not, he doesn't have to be confirmed. He can be picked as the president's chair of the NEC. Gary Kahn resigned last week. My God, that seems like literally it was what, last Tuesday? That seems like a year ago. What a hell of a week it was, man. From North Korea to Khan resigning to the tariffs. Absolutely had a blast trading in our full throttle week. We knocked the cover off the ball last week with all of our trades. I'm not worried about this. Things are chopping around. So, like I said, Larry's leading to replace Gary Kahn. But here's what's going on a little bit today. Investors worry about the end of Goldilocks market, pare back riskier bets. I got it. Investors reassess the risk tolerance amid bouts of market volatility, signs of rising inflation, yawn. I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening. And we have nailed this, folks. I didn't nail exactly when the short vol trade folks were going to get obliterated, but once it started to happen, I said, yep, this is the big one for them. This is the Fred Sanford, or was the Fred Sanford for all the short vol traders, and they got destroyed. $8 billion in short volatility trades. Again, folks running around in their Superman capes, picking up dimes in front of a steamroller, and their cape got caught, and they all got wiped out. Don't care. Actually, I'm glad it happened to him because we were laughing about this being the a few good men market, right? Colonel Jessup. We want a pullback. You need a pullback. Once we said this was a BTFD, we had this rip your face off rally to the 50. I said, we're not going to keep going here, folks. I said, we're going to chop. My exact words were chop. I said, we're going to chop around this 50-day moving average with some pretty volatile swings. And what did we see? Trump, Powell, and North Korea, oh my. And Putin, throw in a Putin in there. Remember that speech on that Thursday morning where he said, hey, I found some new ways to kill every American without you guys knowing you're about to die. Well, thanks for that, dude. Incredible volatility for a couple days. And then it was, what did I say right here? BTFD. It was another buy the frigging dip opportunity. Rip your face off rally. What's going to happen? I think we're going to get pulled back down to this 50-day moving average. I definitely think that's going to happen. So this, not super violent, but I think we're just going to drift here. We're going to drift as we get ready to go up into Q1 earnings. Okay. So I think we're going to have a choppy week. I like this headline. Investors worried about end of Goldilocks market, pare back riskier bets. But look at Friday, folks. What a blistering jobs number. 313,000. We were 100 grand north of what was the closest forecast. Knocked the cover off that ball as well. You see this on MSNBC or CNN? Nope. Hispanic employment has fallen to its lowest level ever in the history of recording unemployment. Not a word. Everybody's worried about Stormy Daniels. So if nobody's saying he did. I'm not saying he did. Donald Trump had an affair with a lady of the evening. Somehow that's worse than being a rapist in the Oval Office, right? Or having an affair as a chief, as the CEO of this country, having an affair with an intern half your age. Could you imagine if Donald Trump did that? The liberals and they'd all have their their pitchforks and torches storming the White House. Please. Anyway, yeah, I thought according to liberals that what the president does and that's of a sexual nature and that should not impact his performance in the office. Go find something else. Russia, rapist, racist, not rapist. That was Clinton. Goldman Sachs puts David Salmon in line to be the next CEO. I really don't care. He's cut from the same cloth as a Lloyd Blankfein. He's a limousine liberal. I don't think this is bullish. I still can't stand Goldman Sachs. They've lost it for me. I'm a JP Morgan and a Morgan Stanley. So we're still, folks, the net, this market is heading higher. You show me one bearish big thing that's going to bring this market down. I mean, hell, we have Donald Trump meeting with the North Korean leader. Everybody remember one of those pullbacks last year was I'm going to rain fire and fury down upon that country and that little man like you have never seen, the world has never seen. I fell out of my chair a little bit. Market imploded, and I said, buy the dip. As I got up from the floor, I'm like, nah, buy this. And it worked. So, my God, and of course, liberals can't give Trump any credit for now sitting down with the guy. He'd sit down with a madman. Needless to say that Barack Hussein Obama said he'd sit down and meet with the president of Iran, and people gave him shit for that. So anyway, folks, I love the politics of it. I'm still out of the FANGs. The FANGs suck, except Amazon. Amazon ain't a FANG. It's a services company. Amazon sets off to become America's biggest mortgage lender. Next up for Amazon, checking accounts. Is there anything they can't do? Love me some Amazon. So, folks, I got to get going. It's 12:12 right now. Join me for timing research. Do not go to the weekly options brief. The GoToWebinar reminder fires automatically on its own, so that's on our end. I'll fix that on days when I'm hosting. Usually, I host timing research like maybe once a month on a Monday afternoon. So we do a joint weekly options and primary trade brief tomorrow at 1 p.m. Okay, again, don't show up in there, or it's going to be very lonely. If you show up in there and I find out you did, you're doing 50 push-ups, okay? Welcome aboard to the 50 new members. If you did not get your slot, we are done. We're closed. We're full. Maybe you can get access to one of the other services just individually. If you just wanted accelerated retirement or just weekly options, we might be able to squeeze you into one of those, but the packages are officially closed. All right, guys, I'll see everybody or everybody who's watching this or my members at Timing Research at 1 o'clock, and then the joint brief tomorrow at 1 o'clock for weekly options and the primary, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.